So about 2 weeks ago, I was out minding my own business, playing a practice round. Was out practicing, doing my thing, working on some different shot shapes, and I line up a 300-foot shot with my Innova leopard. I throw the shot to absolute perfection. It hits a tree right next to the basket, absolutely parked. But then I walk up to my disc and I pick it up, and this has happened. My leopard has cracked in half, and the Innova leopard has always been one of those discs that I really like. I can just put it out on hyzer, put it up in the air, and just trust that's going to get a nice little baby turn, but then still have a nice consistent fade at the end. Unfortunately, this really sweet champion factory dyed one, I have to say goodbye to for obvious reasons. So then I'm still minding my own business. I'm just doing my thing. About 2 or 3 days later, I'm playing a round at Kilbourne, which is one of the more popular courses here in Charlotte. I hit a tree on hole 17, another 300-ish foot shot. This bad boy exploded into a billion pieces. So now I'm left with no leopards, and I'm quite sad at this point. I'm like, why do my leopards just keep exploding? So I bought these 2 leopards to replace those 2 leopards. We've got a pre-flight number star leopard that I got at Disc Traders in Gastonia. And then I got this PFN champ leopard that I got off a guy off Facebook Marketplace. And the same guy that sold me this one sold me the one that exploded. So I was a little hesitant at first. And what I realized is these are no normal leopards. These are not like any other leopards I've ever thrown. These are not those cute little hyzer flip to turn leopards. These are the Thunderbird overstable utility leopards. And that is why they'll be featured on today's episode of Weird Stuff Wednesdays. Sorry, I just wanted to explain the whole story. Those 2 leopards, I could just put them out on a little bit of hyzy up in the air. Perfect little left to right drift the whole way. Laser beam straight, really easy to throw. These are not that kind of leopard, and I'm going to throw them for you guys just so you can see what these 2 meat hook leopards are all about. Mind you, a normal leopard can be put out on hyzer like this, up in the air, and it'll turn. Let's see how this guy goes. Forced Annie, flexing out. And that should already let you know that this is no ordinary leopard. I put that thing out on anhyzer with a lot of power, and all it wants to do is fade out. That is no normal leopard, and neither is this green one. Barely any turn with a pretty substantial fade at the end. And I don't know if I should be disappointed or really excited because they have that really familiar leopard feel that I'm really used to and that I really enjoy, but they have the flight of a Thunderbird. So I could get another leopard or 2 and try and replace the flippier ones and keep those ones as more of like a T-bird, Thunderbird type slot. But I just find it super weird. I've never seen not one overstable leopard ever since I started playing disc golf. And now I have 2 of them. So I don't know what to do. And what's so bizarre to me is basically everyone that's played disc golf for at least a couple of years has thrown a leopard. And it's pretty much always been that it's almost like a meme. Like you find a DX leopard out on the course and it's just so wildly understable that's basically unthrowable. Just some beginner set 150 gram DX leopard that you just found in the bushes. They threw the worst shot ever with it into the bushes, left it. You find it, you probably throw it right back in the bushes with the worst shot ever. It's just so bizarre because I've never seen a leopard that is even remotely stable, but I would say these guys are borderline overstable, and really they're more overstable than a lot of the T-birds that I've thrown, especially like champ T-birds. Let's give these guys another little ripski. I mean, it got a little bit of pop-up, but that is a Thunderbird in my mind. Let's really drive this one flat. mean, tell me that's not a star Thunderbird kind of flight out of a star leopard. It's so bizarre to me. It's really cool, but I definitely threw a lot of bad shots at those discs before I truly accepted how stable they actually were. If you guys watched one of my videos a few days ago, I was playing at Robbins disc golf course and I actually aced, I believe it's hole 8 with that blue leopard. I aced it again. So obviously at that point in time, I'd realized like, this is kind of like a money pushing kind of like sweeping hyzer type disc, but I could just throw any other more stable disc in that slot. But I definitely think having a leopard that's this stable, it's pretty cool style points because you just don't see leopards like this very often. You guys will have to let me know in the comments below. Am I crazy or are these leopards different? Because you're about to see pushing 400 foot leopard flex forehand. Actually, that's definitely 400. Get on the green. Oh, it's a little bit short of 400. That's probably 370. All right, sorry about the glare. We'll do one more throw apiece and then we'll wrap up the video. I'm gonna try and amp up the juice here a little bit. Really try and yeet these bad boys. That is a rip I am quite happy with. It's again pushing that 370, maybe 360. But absolute beefy boy leopards. And it's not a misprint. It's got all the leopard bottoms have this kind of like rounded tooling on them. The Rancho Cucamonga, the patent numbers, all this embossed tooling. So it's definitely at least a leopard bottom. Maybe it's a different top, but I think it's just a straight up beefcake leopard. All right, last throw. Well, that's got the height. That's a rip. Definitely starting to figure out the form here, guys. Give me another month or so. I do think I'll be able to start pushing my distance drivers. Maybe not 500, but at least 450, 460. All right, we've got the broken Champ Leopard. This one was actually really flippy and understable. Then we got the stable new champion one. The profiles look basically the exact same parting line. They both feel max weight-ish, but this one flew substantially less stable, and it was still relatively new when I was throwing it. This one's very stable for a leopard, and this one is very stable in comparison to any disc. These two definitely, like, this one is shaped like a T-bird without a nose bead. Like, maybe this is a different disc. You guys will have to let me know what you think. I'm definitely a little bit confused on this leopard because this flies like no leopard I've ever seen before. This definitely pushes the standard of one of the most stable leopards you'll ever throw. And then this one just blows that one out of the water. So I'm not really sure what to make of this star guy. Well, all right, guys, that's going to be today's episode of Weird Stuff Wednesdays. RIP to leopard number 1. RIP to leopard number 2. Hopefully these guys last longer than these. These ones always did feel a little more kind of brittle, like they may be leaking a little bit of oil. These ones feel really solid and like they were stored more properly. But I thought these were really cool discs. I think the Innova Leopard has a reputation of being one of those discs that just super understable, and it's a fun disc and it's a great disc, but these are basically like no leopard I've ever thrown before. So you guys let me know, have you ever seen a leopard this stable? Comment below. Go check out bergsdiscsports.com. You can get the new V4, save 20% with my discount code ICE20. And any discs you see on this channel, unless they're discontinued Weird Stuff Wednesday discs or weird discs, you can go get all the new drops over at Disc Golf Deals USA. I have a link and a discount code for them as well in the description below. I have waterproof shoes that have been lasting forever for me. These Vessis have been great tread, 100% waterproof. Ever since I got these shoes, my feet have never been wet again. I have a discount for them as well. I'll see you guys in the next video, and take care.